The Stoic path to self-mastery, unlocking your inner potential. The echoes of ancient wisdom in a modern world. In a world saturated with instant gratification, fleeting trends, and the relentless pursuit of external validation, a philosophy dating back millennia offers a powerful antidote. Stoicism. More than just a set of principles, Stoicism is a way of life, a practical guide to navigating the complexities of existence with resilience, wisdom, and unwavering inner peace. The ancient Stoics, figures like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, faced trials and tribulations not unlike our own, and their insights remain remarkably relevant in the 21st century. This essay delves into the core tenets of Stoicism, exploring how its timeless wisdom can be applied to modern life, empowering us to cultivate self-mastery, find meaning amidst chaos, and unlock our full potential. We will embark on a journey of self-discovery, drawing inspiration from the original transcript while expanding upon its themes with original thoughts and creative explorations. We will examine the power within each of us to transform ourselves, to learn and improve daily, and to reach our ultimate potential through the enduring principles of Stoicism. This journey is not about suppressing emotions or achieving a state of emotionless detachment, but rather about understanding and mastering our reactions to both internal and external events, ultimately leading to a life of purpose, virtue, and lasting fulfillment. The foundation of Stoicism, understanding what is within your power. The cornerstone of Stoic philosophy lies in the profound understanding that not everything is within our control. External events, the actions of others, and the vagaries of fate are often beyond our influence. However, our thoughts, judgments, and reactions are entirely within our domain. This fundamental distinction is the key to unlocking inner peace and resilience. As the transcript rightly points out, if you wish to be a Stoic, you must first realize what is within your power. This realization marks the first step on the path to self-mastery. To grasp this concept fully, it's helpful to consider the dichotomy of control in more detail. Imagine a scenario. You've prepared diligently for a job interview, meticulously researching the company, practicing your answers, and dressing professionally. You feel confident and well-prepared. However, during the interview, you stumble over your words, misinterpret a question, or simply don't connect with the interviewer. The outcome is unfavorable. You don't get the job. A non-Stoic approach might involve dwelling on the perceived unfairness of the situation, blaming the interviewer, or spiraling into self-doubt. However, a Stoic would acknowledge that the outcome was beyond their direct control. They controlled their preparation, their effort, and their responses during the interview, but they couldn't control the interviewer's subjective assessment or the other candidates vying for the position. The Stoic would then focus on what is within their control, analyzing their performance, identifying areas for improvement, and learning from the experience. They might reflect on their communication skills, their ability to handle pressure, or their overall presentation. This process of self-reflection allows them to grow and become a better candidate in the future. Furthermore, the Stoic would accept the outcome without excessive emotional distress. They would recognize that rejection is a part of life and that it doesn't diminish their worth as an individual. They would maintain a sense of perspective, understanding that one job interview is just a small part of their overall journey. This example illustrates the power of focusing on what we can control. By directing our energy and attention towards our own thoughts, actions, and judgments, we liberate ourselves from the tyranny of external circumstances. We become less reactive and more proactive, more resilient and less vulnerable to disappointment. The implications of this principle extend far beyond job interviews. It applies to every aspect of our lives, from our relationships to our careers to our personal goals. When we accept that we cannot control everything that happens to us, we free ourselves to focus on what truly matters: our own character, our own values, and our own choices. This is not to suggest that Stoicism advocates for passivity or indifference. On the contrary, it encourages us to take action and strive for excellence in all that we do. However, it reminds us that our efforts should be driven by virtue and purpose, not by the pursuit of external validation or the illusion of control. Therefore, the first step on the Stoic path is to cultivate a clear understanding of the dichotomy of control, to differentiate between what is within our power and what is not, and to focus our energy on the former. This is the foundation upon which all other Stoic principles are built. 2. Mastering your mind, the art of rational response. The transcript emphasizes the importance of mastering your mind and your reactions. Master your mind, your reactions to internal and external events and your habits and impulses. Only then can you walk the path of the Stoic. This concept is central to Stoic practice. Stoicism doesn't advocate for suppressing emotions, but rather for understanding them and responding to them rationally. It acknowledges that emotions are a natural part of the human experience, but it cautions against allowing them to dictate our actions. A crucial aspect of mastering the mind is developing the ability to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. This involves creating a space between stimulus and response, a moment of conscious awareness in which we can choose how to react. This space is not always easy to create, especially in the heat of the moment, but with practice, it becomes increasingly accessible. One technique for cultivating this awareness is mindfulness meditation. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By focusing on our breath, our senses, or our thoughts, we can learn to observe our mental and emotional states with greater clarity. This allows us to identify triggers, understand patterns, and develop more adaptive responses. For example, imagine you receive a critical email from a colleague. Your initial reaction might be anger, frustration, or defensiveness. However, if you've cultivated mindfulness, you can pause before responding. You can observe your emotions without getting carried away by them. You can acknowledge the feelings of anger or frustration, but you don't have to act on them immediately. Instead, you can take a step back and analyze the email objectively. Is the criticism valid? Is there something you can learn from it? Is the colleague's tone unnecessarily harsh? By engaging in this rational analysis, you can respond in a more constructive way. You might choose to address the criticism directly, clarify your position, or simply acknowledge the colleague's perspective. The key is to avoid reacting impulsively, to resist the urge to fire back a defensive email or to dwell on the perceived injustice of the situation. By mastering your mind, you can choose a response that is aligned with your values and your goals. This ability to respond rationally is not simply about suppressing emotions. It's about understanding them and using them as a source of information. Emotions can provide valuable insights into our values, our needs, and our beliefs. However, they should not be allowed to control our behavior. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate what is sometimes called emotional intelligence, which is the ability to understand and manage our own emotions as well as the emotions of others. This involves recognizing and labeling our emotions, understanding their causes and consequences, and regulating our emotional responses in a healthy and constructive way. Furthermore, mastering the mind involves challenging our negative thoughts and beliefs. Often, our emotions are triggered by our thoughts, rather than by external events themselves. If we can identify and challenge our negative thought patterns, we can significantly reduce our emotional distress. For example, if you tend to catastrophize, to assume the worst possible outcome in every situation, you might experience excessive anxiety. However, if you can challenge this thought pattern by asking yourself, what is the evidence for this belief? Or what are the alternative possibilities? You can reduce your anxiety and gain a more balanced perspective. In essence, mastering the mind is a lifelong practice of self-awareness, self-regulation, and rational thought. It involves understanding our emotions, challenging our negative thoughts, and choosing our responses consciously. This is the path to inner peace, resilience, and self-mastery. 3. Habits and impulses, building a virtuous character. The transcript also highlights the importance of mastering our habits and impulses. Master your mind, your reactions to internal and external events, and your habits and impulses. Only then can you walk the path of the Stoic. Stoicism emphasizes the cultivation of virtuous character, and our habits and impulses play a significant role in shaping who we become. Our habits are the repeated behaviors that we engage in automatically, often without conscious thought. They can be both positive and negative, and they have a powerful influence on our lives. Positive habits, such as exercising regularly, eating healthy foods, and practicing gratitude, can contribute to our well-being and our success. Negative habits, such as procrastinating, overeating, or engaging in negative self-talk, can undermine our goals and our happiness. Impulses are the sudden urges or desires that we experience, often in response to external stimuli. They can range from simple cravings, such as the desire for a sugary treat, to more complex emotions, such as anger or lust. Like habits, impulses can be both positive and negative, and they can have a significant impact on our behavior. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate virtuous habits and to resist negative impulses. This involves developing self-discipline, self-control, and a clear understanding of our values. It also involves creating an environment that supports our virtuous goals. One technique for cultivating virtuous habits is to start small and build gradually. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire life overnight, focus on making small, incremental changes. For example, if you want to develop the habit of exercising regularly, start by committing to just 15 minutes of exercise 3 times a week. As you become more consistent, you can gradually increase the duration and frequency of your workouts. Another technique is to create cues or triggers that remind you to engage in your desired habits. For example, if you want to develop the habit of reading more, place a book on your nightstand or in your favorite chair. Every time you see the book, it will serve as a reminder to pick it up and read for a few minutes. Resisting negative impulses requires a different set of strategies. One technique is to practice delaying gratification. When you experience a craving or an urge, resist the temptation to act on it immediately. Instead, give yourself a few minutes to think about the consequences of your actions. Often, the urge will pass on its own. Another technique is to identify the triggers that lead to your negative impulses. For example, if you tend to overeat when you're stressed, identify the sources of your stress and develop coping mechanisms that don't involve food. Furthermore, it's important to cultivate self-compassion. We all make mistakes and give in to temptation from time to time. Instead of beating yourself up over your failures, forgive yourself and learn from the experience. Remember that the goal is not perfection, but progress. In essence, mastering our habits and impulses is a lifelong practice of self-discipline, self-control, and self-compassion. It involves cultivating virtuous habits, resisting negative impulses, and creating an environment that supports our virtuous goals. This is the path to building a strong and virtuous character. 4. The Stoic Journey, a lifelong pursuit of virtue. The transcript notes that it is a lifelong journey with a mindset to constantly improve and live according to our virtues. Stoicism is not a destination, but a journey, a continuous process of self-improvement and virtuous living. It's about striving to become the best version of ourselves, not for the sake of external recognition, but for the sake of inner peace and fulfillment. This journey requires patience, perseverance, and a willingness to embrace challenges. There will be setbacks and stumbles along the way, but the key is to learn from our mistakes and to keep moving forward. One of the most important aspects of the Stoic journey is cultivating self-awareness. This involves understanding our strengths and weaknesses, our values and beliefs, and our triggers and tendencies. It also involves being honest with ourselves about our flaws and our imperfections. Self-awareness is essential for making progress on the Stoic path. Without it, we cannot identify the areas in our lives where we need to improve. We cannot challenge our negative thought patterns or cultivate virtuous habits. Another important aspect of the Stoic journey is cultivating gratitude. Gratitude involves appreciating the good things in our lives, both big and small. It's about focusing on what we have rather than on what we lack. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to negativity and discontentment. It helps us to appreciate the present moment and to find joy in the simple things in life. It also helps us to build resilience in the face of adversity. Furthermore, the Stoic journey involves cultivating empathy and compassion for others. Stoicism is not about isolating ourselves from the world. It's about engaging with the world in a virtuous and meaningful way. Empathy involves understanding and sharing the feelings of others. Compassion involves wanting to alleviate the suffering of others. By cultivating empathy and compassion, we can build stronger relationships, contribute to our communities, and make the world a better place. Finally, the Stoic journey involves accepting the impermanence of life. Everything changes, everything fades, and everything eventually comes to an end. This can be a difficult truth to accept, but it's also a liberating one. When we accept the impermanence of life, we can appreciate the present moment more fully. We can let go of our attachments to things that are beyond our control, and we can live with greater courage and authenticity. In essence, the Stoic journey is a lifelong pursuit of virtue, self-awareness, gratitude, empathy, compassion, and acceptance. It's about striving to become the best version of ourselves and living a life of purpose and meaning. Embracing fate, finding beauty in existence. The transcript encourages us to reflect on the rarity and beauty of your own existence. Stoicism invites us to embrace fate, not with resignation, but with a sense of awe and wonder. We are all here by a remarkable confluence of events, a chain of unbroken resilience stretching back through generations. Recognizing the sheer improbability of our existence can be a powerful source of motivation and gratitude. Consider the countless challenges faced by our ancestors, the wars, famines, and plagues they endured. They persevered, they adapted, and they ultimately paved the way for us to be here today. Their strength and resilience are a testament to the human spirit, and we are the beneficiaries of their sacrifices. Furthermore, consider the intricate complexity of the universe and the delicate balance that allows life to thrive on Earth. From the precise distance of our planet from the sun to the intricate web of ecosystems that sustain us, everything is interconnected and interdependent. When we reflect on these things, we can begin to appreciate the rarity and beauty of our own existence. We can recognize that life is a gift, a precious and fleeting opportunity to experience the world and to make a positive impact on others. This realization can inspire us to live each day with purpose, to cherish every breath, and to face our hardships with determination. It can also help us to maintain a sense of perspective in the face of adversity. The Stoics often use the concept of amor fati, which translates to love of fate. This doesn't mean that we should passively accept everything that happens to us. It means that we should embrace our circumstances, both good and bad, and use them as opportunities for growth. As Nietzsche, who was influenced by Stoicism, put it, that which does not kill us makes us stronger. Adversity can be a powerful catalyst for personal development. It can force us to confront our weaknesses, to develop new skills, and to discover hidden strengths. By embracing fate, we can transform our challenges into opportunities and our setbacks into stepping stones. We can live with greater courage, resilience, and authenticity. Therefore, let us reflect on the rarity and beauty of our own existence. Let us appreciate the gift of life and embrace fate with a sense of awe and wonder. 6. Fueling your fire, transforming adversity into opportunity. The transcript encourages us to view setbacks as more fuel for your fire, and unexpected problems as an opportunity to test your resolve and ingenuity. This perspective is central to Stoic resilience. Instead of being discouraged by adversity, we can choose to see it as a chance to learn, grow, and become stronger. When faced with a setback, the first step is to acknowledge your emotions. It's okay to feel disappointed, frustrated, or even angry. However, don't allow these emotions to consume you. Instead, use them as a source of energy and motivation. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? What could I have done differently? What skills do I need to develop? How can I prevent this from happening again? By framing adversity as a learning opportunity, you can transform it from a negative experience into a positive one. You can gain valuable insights into yourself and the world around you. You can also develop greater resilience and adaptability. Furthermore, adversity can help you to clarify your values and your priorities. When faced with challenges, you are forced to make difficult choices. These choices reveal what truly matters to you. For example, if you lose your job, you might realize that your career is not as important to you as your family or your health. This realization can help you to reevaluate your priorities and to make choices that are more aligned with your values. Adversity can also help you to develop greater empathy and compassion for others. When you have experienced suffering yourself, you are better able to understand and relate to the suffering of others. This empathy can inspire you to take action to help those in need. It can motivate you to become a more compassionate and caring person. In essence, adversity can be a powerful catalyst for personal growth, self-discovery, and positive change. By viewing setbacks as fuel for your fire, you could transform them into opportunities to learn, grow, and become stronger. 7. The precious privilege, living each day to the fullest. The transcript quotes Marcus Aurelius. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. This simple yet profound reminder underscores the Stoic appreciation for the present moment. Life is a gift, and each day is an opportunity to experience the world and to make a positive impact. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life and to forget to appreciate the simple things. We often take our health, our relationships, and our opportunities for granted. However, the Stoics remind us to be mindful of the present moment and to appreciate the precious privilege of being alive. To breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love, these are all gifts that we should cherish. One way to cultivate this appreciation is to practice gratitude. Take a few minutes each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for. It could be something as simple as a beautiful sunset, a delicious meal, or a kind word from a friend. By focusing on the positive aspects of your life, you can cultivate a sense of joy and contentment. You can also build resilience in the face of adversity. Another way to live each day to the fullest is to pursue your passions and interests. What are the things that you love to do? What makes you feel alive? Make time for these activities in your daily life. Whether it's reading, writing, painting, playing music, spending time in nature, or volunteering in your community, pursuing your passions will enrich your life and bring you joy. Furthermore, it's important to cultivate meaningful relationships with others. Human connection is essential for our well-being. Spend time with your family, your friends, and your loved ones. Express your love and appreciation for them. Support them in their endeavors. Be there for them when they need you. Finally, live each day with purpose. What are your values? What do you want to achieve in life? How can you make a positive impact on the world? Set goals that are aligned with your values and take action to achieve them. Live with intention and purpose. In essence, living each day to the fullest involves appreciating the present moment, pursuing your passions, cultivating meaningful relationships, and living with purpose. It's about making the most of the precious privilege of being alive. 8. The essence of Stoicism, feeling but not being ruled by emotions. The transcript succinctly captures a common misconception about Stoicism. A Stoic isn't emotionless. In fact, it's the opposite. A Stoic feels strong emotions, but he chooses to be indifferent to it and act rationally. This is a crucial point. Stoicism is not about suppressing or denying emotions, but about understanding them and choosing how to respond. Emotions are a natural and essential part of the human experience. They provide valuable information about our values, our needs, and our beliefs. They can motivate us to take action, to protect ourselves, and to connect with others. However, emotions can also be overwhelming and irrational. They can lead us to make poor decisions, to say things we regret, and to act in ways that are harmful to ourselves and others. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate a healthy relationship with our emotions, to acknowledge them, to understand them, and to choose how to respond to them. This involves developing self-awareness, self-regulation, and rational thought. It also involves cultivating a sense of detachment from our emotions. Detachment does not mean suppressing or denying emotions. It means recognizing that emotions are temporary and that they don't define who we are. It means choosing to respond to our emotions in a way that is aligned with our values and our goals. For example, if you feel angry, you can acknowledge the anger without letting it control your behavior. You can take a step back, analyze the situation objectively, and choose to respond in a way that is respectful and constructive. This requires practice and self-discipline. It's not always easy to control our emotions, especially in the heat of the moment. However, with practice, we can become more adept at managing our emotions and responding to them rationally. Furthermore, it's important to cultivate self-compassion. We all make mistakes and give in to temptation from time to time. Instead of beating yourself up over your failures, forgive yourself and learn from the experience. Remember that the goal is not to become emotionless, but to become emotionally intelligent. To understand and manage your emotions in a way that is healthy and constructive. In essence, the essence of Stoicism is feeling but not being ruled by emotions. It's about cultivating a healthy relationship with your emotions and choosing to respond to them rationally and virtuously. 9. Navigating life's storms, adjusting your sails. The transcript uses a powerful metaphor. While we cannot control the winds of fate, we can adjust our sails, navigating through life's storms with a heart full of gratitude and a spirit unbroken. This encapsulates the essence of Stoic resilience. We cannot control external events, but we can control our response to them. Life is full of challenges and uncertainties. There will be times when things don't go our way, when we experience setbacks and disappointments, and when we face difficult choices. In these moments, it's important to remember that we cannot control the winds of fate. We cannot control the weather, the economy, or the actions of others. However, we can control our own attitudes, our own actions, and our own choices. We can adjust our sails to navigate through life's storms with courage, resilience, and grace. This involves accepting what we cannot change and focusing on what we can change. It involves cultivating a positive attitude, a strong moral compass, and a willingness to learn from our experiences. It also involves building a support network of friends, family, and mentors who can provide guidance and encouragement during challenging times. Furthermore, it's important to practice self-care. Take care of your physical, mental, and emotional health. Exercise regularly, eat healthy foods, get enough sleep, and practice mindfulness or meditation. By taking care of ourselves, we can build the resilience we need to navigate through life storms. In essence, navigating life's storms involves accepting what we cannot change, focusing on what we can change, cultivating a positive attitude, building a support network, and practicing self-care. It's about adjusting our sails to navigate through life with courage, resilience, and grace. X. The power of the mind, carving a path of virtue. The transcript encourages us to live our lives with the conviction that we can achieve what we set our minds to, wielding our most powerful tool, the mind, to carve a path of virtue guided by the enduring light of Stoicism. This emphasizes the power of the mind to shape our reality and to guide us toward a life of virtue and purpose. The Stoics believe that our thoughts are the primary drivers of our emotions and our actions. By controlling our thoughts, we can control our emotions and our actions. This involves cultivating self-awareness, self-regulation, and rational thought. It also involves challenging our negative thoughts and beliefs and replacing them with more positive and constructive ones. One technique for cultivating this control is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By observing our thoughts and emotions with greater clarity, we can gain greater control over them. Another technique is to practice cognitive restructuring. Cognitive restructuring involves identifying and challenging our negative thoughts and beliefs. For example, if you tend to catastrophize, to assume the worst possible outcome in every situation, You can challenge this thought pattern by asking yourself, what is the evidence for this belief? Or what are the alternative possibilities? By replacing our negative thoughts with more positive and constructive ones, we can change the way we feel and the way we act. Furthermore, it's important to cultivate a strong moral compass. What are your values? What do you believe is right and wrong? By aligning our thoughts and actions with our values, we can live a life of integrity and purpose. In essence, the power of the mind lies in its ability to shape our reality and to guide us towards a life of virtue and purpose. By controlling our thoughts, challenging our negative beliefs, and cultivating a strong moral compass, we can carve a path of virtue and live a life that is meaningful and fulfilling. 11. Remembering your strength, overcoming past battles. The transcript reminds us, quoting Marcus Aurelius, to remind yourself what you've been through and what you've had the strength to endure. This is a powerful technique for building resilience and confidence in the face of new challenges. Too often, we focus on our failures and our weaknesses, forgetting the challenges we have overcome and the strength we have demonstrated in the past. It's important to take time to reflect on our past experiences and to recognize the strength and resilience we have shown in overcoming adversity. Think back to a time when you faced a difficult challenge. What did you do to overcome it? What skills and resources did you draw upon? What did you learn from the experience? By remembering our past successes, we can build confidence in our ability to overcome future challenges. We can also gain a greater appreciation for our own strength and resilience. Furthermore, it's important to acknowledge the progress we have made over time. We may not be where we want to be in life, but we are not where we used to be. Take time to reflect on the progress you have made in your personal and professional life. What skills have you developed? What goals have you achieved? What challenges have you overcome? By acknowledging our progress, we can build motivation to continue moving forward. We can also gain a greater sense of self-worth and accomplishment. In essence, remembering your strength involves reflecting on your past experiences, recognizing your strength and resilience, and acknowledging the progress you have made over time. It's a powerful technique for building confidence, motivation, and self-worth. 12. The Stoic warning. Comfort weakens, challenge strengthens. The transcript offers a stark warning. Living in comfort makes a man weak. The Stoics warn the more you dodge discomfort, the more life controls you. This highlights the Stoic emphasis on embracing discomfort and challenge as a means of building strength and resilience. Modern society often prioritizes comfort and convenience. We are constantly bombarded with products and services designed to make our lives easier and more enjoyable. However, the Stoics warned that excessive comfort can lead to weakness and complacency. When we avoid challenges and discomfort, we become less adaptable, less resilient, and less capable of handling adversity. Instead of seeking comfort, the Stoics encourage us to embrace discomfort and challenge, to push ourselves beyond our comfort zones and to confront our fears. This doesn't mean that we should seek out unnecessary suffering or engage in reckless behavior. It means that we should be willing to step outside our comfort zones in order to grow and to develop our potential. For example, if you are afraid of public speaking, you might choose to join a Toastmasters club or to volunteer to give a presentation at work. This will force you to confront your fear and to develop your public speaking skills. Or, if you're struggling with a difficult relationship, you might choose to have an honest and open conversation with the other person, even if it's uncomfortable. This will give you the opportunity to address the issues in the relationship and to build a stronger connection. By embracing discomfort and challenge, we can become more resilient, more adaptable, and more capable of handling adversity. We can also unlock our potential and live a more fulfilling life. In essence, the Stoic warning is that comfort weakens, while challenge strengthens. By embracing discomfort and challenge, we can build resilience, unlock our potential, and live a more fulfilling life. 13. Friction and perfection, the sculptor's chisel. The transcript uses a powerful analogy from Seneca. Fire tests gold, suffering tests brave men. It is in the moments of our greatest challenges that our true character is tested and shaped. This emphasizes the transformative power of suffering and hardship. The Stoics believe that our true character is not revealed in times of ease and comfort, but in times of adversity and challenge. It is in these moments that we are forced to confront our weaknesses, to draw upon our strengths, and to make difficult choices. Suffering can be a catalyst for personal growth, self-discovery, and positive change. It can help us to clarify our values, to develop empathy and compassion, and to build resilience. Think of a sculptor chiseling away at a block of stone. Each strike of the chisel removes a small piece of the stone, gradually revealing the masterpiece within. In a similar way, suffering can chip away at our ego, our insecurities, and our negative habits, revealing our true character and our potential. By embracing suffering as an opportunity for growth, we can transform our darkest moments into opportunities for personal enlightenment and strength. This doesn't mean that we should seek out unnecessary suffering or that we should deny the pain we are experiencing. It means that we should approach suffering with a sense of openness, curiosity, and resilience. It also means that we should seek support from others during difficult times. We don't have to go through suffering alone. By embracing suffering as an opportunity for growth, we can transform our lives and become the best version of ourselves. In essence, the analogy of fire testing gold and suffering testing brave men highlights the transformative power of hardship. By embracing suffering as an opportunity for growth, we can reveal our true character and unlock our potential. 14. True power comes from within, rejecting external validation. The transcript warns, if you find yourself acting to impress others or avoiding action out of fear of what they might think, you have left the path. This highlights the Stoic emphasis on inner virtue rather than seeking external validation. The Stoics believe that true happiness and fulfillment come from within, not from external sources such as wealth, fame, or the approval of others. When we seek external validation, we become dependent on the opinions of others. We are constantly worried about what people think of us, and we are afraid to express our true selves. This can lead to a life of anxiety, insecurity, and inauthenticity. We are constantly trying to please others, and we lose sight of our own values and our own goals. The Stoics encourage us to reject external validation and to focus on cultivating inner virtue, to live according to our own values, regardless of what others may think. This requires courage and self-confidence. It means being willing to stand up for what we believe in, even if it means facing criticism or disapproval. It also means being willing to accept ourselves for who we are, flaws and all. We don't need to be perfect in order to be worthy of love and respect. By rejecting external validation and focusing on cultivating inner virtue, we can live a life of authenticity, integrity, and purpose. We are no longer slaves to the opinions of others, and we are free to pursue our own goals and to live according to our own values. In essence, true power comes from within. By rejecting external validation and focusing on cultivating inner virtue, we can live a life of authenticity, integrity, and purpose. Conclusion: the enduring legacy of Stoicism, a path to meaning and fulfillment. As we conclude our exploration of Stoicism, it's clear that this ancient philosophy offers a powerful and practical framework for navigating the complexity. Ties of modern life. From understanding what is within our control to mastering our minds, cultivating virtuous habits, and embracing fate with gratitude and resilience, the Stoic principles provide a roadmap to self-mastery and lasting fulfillment. The Stoic journey is not about achieving perfection or suppressing emotions. It's about striving to become the best version of ourselves, to live according to our values, and to make a positive impact on the world. It's about embracing the challenges and uncertainties of life with courage, resilience, and grace. The Stoic philosophy is a timeless reminder that true happiness and fulfillment come from within, not from external sources. By focusing on our own character, our own values, and our own choices, we can create a life that is meaningful, fulfilling, and aligned with our deepest aspirations. The wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus continues to resonate through the centuries, offering guidance and inspiration to those who seek to live a more virtuous and fulfilling life. As we face the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century, let us draw upon the enduring legacy of Stoicism to navigate our paths with wisdom, courage, and grace.